You may have heard recently about some big news that has been rumoured for the Red Dead Redemption series. The rumour started circulating when Rob Wheatoff, who was the actor for John Marston, said that he had some really exciting news during his livestream of Red Dead Redemption 1. Roger Clark, who was the actor for Arthur Morgan, has also hinted at this big news through multiple posts online. So is this finally the next gen port for Red Dead Redemption 2 that we have all been waiting for? Or is it something else entirely? In order to find out, we're going to need to go back to the very beginning. So first off, let's take a look at what started this rumour. During a livestream of Red Dead Redemption, Rob Wheatoff said that he has some very exciting news that he can't quite share with us yet. And this immediately led everyone to assume that he was talking about the next gen release for Red Dead Redemption 2. However, as the livestream went on, he continued to talk about this news in an increasingly excited way, which has led to speculation that he might not be talking about next gen, he might be talking about something else entirely. Because people doubt that he would be so excited about a 60 FPS update. Surely if he's this excited, it's gotta be something bigger. Also, I do just want to say that there was no real guarantee that this news he was talking about was Red Dead related in the slightest. I mean, it really could be anything, he could just be excited about a new role that he's playing. However, this idea was kinda squashed because Roger Clark started to tweet somewhat cryptically about this situation. Because he was asked directly if he knew what the news was, and he responded very simply, yes, with a smiling dog gif. He also did another post where he said that he was going to start streaming Red Dead Redemption 2, and that would mean that both the actors for John and Arthur are playing these games at the same time, and that is of course very suspicious and makes people think that there is some kind of secret meaning for doing so. Roger Clark went on to make another post where he joked about a 60 FPS patch, which I find very interesting. I mean, obviously he was joking in the post, but with all this stuff going on in the background, the timing is very odd. And just to finish up this little section, Rob Wheatoff actually came out and said on a livestream that he does not make any announcements for Rockstar Games. So make of that what you will, but I see it as Rockstar probably contacted him and told him to shut up essentially because they weren't happy with him starting this rumour. But of course, make sure to let me know down in the comments what you make of that little statement. And just before we move on into the next section of the video, I would just like to ask that if you are enjoying, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel as it massively helps me out and help me hit 1000 subscribers before the end of the year. But now, let's move away from all the quotes and the conspiracy surrounding the actors of the Red Dead franchise. And I think it's a pretty safe thing to say, but I personally do believe that we will see a next-gen version of Red Dead 2 in the coming months, as well as it being released for the Nintendo Switch 2. And I also know that I'm actually not alone in that belief. A lot of people actually do believe that we are going to get a next-gen version of this game sometime in the next few months. But taking a little step back, I have always found it completely baffling as to why the game was never released on next gen. I mean, I never understood that decision. Because I mean, this was the game that set the bar for immersion and realism. And yet, even now, in the Big 25, the game is still locked to old gen. And for a game like Red Dead 2, that is just such a shame. Because all the time we see games from the same era getting remasters and next gen updates. I mean, that's pretty common. Like The Last of Us 2, I swear that's had about 9 remasters by now. They just can't stop remastering that game. But in my opinion, Red Dead 2 definitely deserves it far more than any of these other games. Because in all aspects, the game is a masterpiece, from storytelling to all the technical stuff. It's perfect in every way. And it feels like a massive missed opportunity to not let us experience the game with next gen graphics and performance. But hopefully we don't have to wait much longer for this issue to be resolved, because I'm so tired of waiting. Please man, just please give it to me, bro. I've been waiting for years, man. Just let it release. I don't care if it'll affect GTA 6, because it won't. How would it affect GTA 6? That game doesn't come out for like another year. Just release it now. It can't be that hard. Just get the PC version and put it on console. Now for this next part of the video, I would like to talk about some other possibilities that we might see from the Red Dead series in the coming future. And the first possibility I want to talk about is a next gen remaster for the original Red Dead Redemption. Now that would be great, but unlike the Red Dead 2 remaster, that would actually take a lot of work, and I don't think Rockstar would be willing to do that with all their assets currently being put into GTA 6. So to be honest, I don't really see that being a possibility. I mean, maybe in the future, like a year or two down the line, but for now, I don't see it, and I don't think Rockstar sees it either, because it would make no sense whatsoever. But something that I think might be a little bit more possible is a story DLC for Red Dead 2, and I think that might actually be like a possibility for what all the actors were hinting at with the news that I was talking about earlier. And when it comes to ideas for like a story for this DLC, I don't really know, to be honest. Probably something with Charles or Sadie. Or maybe it could be something about what John Marston got up to in the years between the end of the epilogue and the beginning of Red Dead Redemption 1. But once again, I do actually think that this is just very unlikely to actually happen, because sure, you could just argue that they can reuse assets for the DLC, but it's Rockstar. Are they really going to put any effort into Red Dead right now? I mean, they don't really have any real reason to. It would probably just hinder them in the long term. But maybe instead of a DLC, I think it would be more realistic to expect some kind of like expansion, let's say, for Red Dead Online, including some of the story characters. Because we've already seen something like that with Sadie and Sean, and maybe even someone else that I'm forgetting. Let me know if I am, but yeah, it'd be really cool to see like John Marston and what he was doing during Red Dead Online, or maybe even we can have a mission with Arthur or the Vanderlyn gang, let's say. But yeah, anyway, all of that is a massive stretch because, as you all know, we have been massively starved for content ever since 2021. So expecting any kind of update whatsoever is a pipe dream in reality. And if a next-gen patch actually got released for Red Dead 2, it most likely would just be for the story and it wouldn't feature anything to do with the online mode. And that is really like an upsetting thought for me, because for so long I've wanted Red Dead Online to come back, and I've recently started playing it again because, if you didn't know, I gave up on it a few months back, but I am starting to like it again. And I have actually started to notice an increase in players in like online sessions, because nowadays I'm actually bumping into like 5 players every single time I go through Valentine, which for a few months you would just never see. I mean, there was a certain stage where it felt like you were the only person playing the game because you would never bump into anyone, but nowadays that's actually not the case and the game is actually quite alive. If only we had some kind of actual content updates and the game would actually be very popular, but you know, Rockstar hates us for some reason, so all we can do is carry on in our own delusion and hope for the best. And if by some miracle Red Dead Online actually does receive a next-gen update, if the gods are that merciful, then the game might actually come back and we might actually see a content update. But once again, highly unrealistic considering how much effort and resources that Rockstar are putting into the production of GTA 6 at the moment. But just keep in mind, it's only delusion until you're right. So just keep that in mind, alright? God, what's happened to this video? I'm sorry for this, by the way. I'm filming this really late at night and yeah, I just don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. So yeah. But yeah, I guess I'll make one last statement, you could say, about the whole news fiasco that's going on right now. And I really do not believe that this apparently very exciting and very big news will be anything major. I just expect us to be disappointed once again for the millionth time, it seems. And I think that really is just a part of like the cycle of being a Red Dead player, because you go through a stage of just doing nothing, just accepting that the game is dead, and then you get hit with a little hope. They give you a little something, get you hooked again, and then they just smack you right in the head. They bring you right back down to earth and tell you, no, your game is dead, you get
nothing.
Because that has been the life for many years now, and I really do expect it to be the life for many years going forward. But with that being said, I'm just going to wrap up this video now. To the 3 people who are still actually watching this video at this point, I mean, I think you need to get your head mentally checked, but yeah, I'm sure you're sick of me yapping, so I'll just wrap it up now. If by some miracle you actually found even a single shred of enjoyment from this video, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And as I said before, help me hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And if you actually believe that this big news is going to lead to something important, please let me know down below in the comments what you are smoking, because I need some of that, because I'm so fed up of being mistreated by Rockstar. It's been like 5 years of neglect and I'm actually just tired. But yeah, speaking of being tired, I'm going to wrap this up now and head to bed, because it is like 4 in the morning and I am knackered. I need to be up at 7 tomorrow, so lucky me. But anyway, that'll do it from me. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.